Welcome back to Night of the Living Dead. Alright, all we need to do is just keep killing as many ghouls as possible until everyone's in the orange zone. And we have a couple of relatives we need to bump off as well for Tom and Judy. Alright, so speaking of that, I think we are going to go up to Judy. She's up here to start us off for this episode. Alright, Judy's looking for a relative, and so what she's going to do is her first action, she's going to move into the room here. She'll leave Ben to handle those fatties with the shotgun. And for her second action, she will do a search and hope that a relative pops out of the woodwork. And nope, she gets some more flammable fluid, which she'll hang on to. She has room for it. Well, that was her second action. And her third action, I don't know. I think for her third action, she'll move here, try and entice the zombies that are over here, the ghouls, to actually come for her, which I think is the shortest path. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think so. Or they'll split up. Anyway, that's Judy taking her turn. She did not find a relative, but I'm sure they will spawn at one point. We are in the yellow spawn zone now. And I want to keep everyone in yellow so we can all transition to orange at the same time, hopefully, and win the game. Okay, let's go over to Barbara. She is still 2 away in experience from tripping over to the yellow zone. She's the only one that hasn't gotten there, so let's do her next. Alright, so Barbara's right here with Helen and her chainsaw. Barbara's going to shoot through this door at the breaker. And Barbara has the lovely scoped Winchester, range of 1 to 3, and rolls 1 die, hits on a 3+. And she does have plenty of bullets, so she can re-roll it. So the likelihood of her taking this ghoul out is pretty good. Alright, so first roll, looking for a 3+, gets a 5, pops it right off with the sniper rifle. That's her first experience. She needs 1 more to get to yellow. So those are an experience. So she's up to 6, and she has 2 more actions. So for her second to last action, she'll move here. And for her final action, if she pops this breaker off, she'll get 1 more action because she will be in the yellow zone. Okay, yeah, she's going to shoot with her sniper, her scoped Winchester. 3+. No problem. Wow, she is pretty awesome with that. So that is her third action. That puts her up to 7 experience, and that clicks her over into the yellow zone, giving her +1 action in zombicide mode. Alright, and then with her +1 action, she's going to move back here and join Helen. Alright, let's figure out who's going to be going next. Alright, Ben's going to get out the shotgun. He is up here. He's looking at the 3 fatties. His Ithaca shotgun, it rolls 2 dice, hits on a 4+, and he's got plenty of shells, so he gets to re-roll them if he wants. And he's got 4 actions because he's into the orange. His first action, he gets 1. Okay, we'll live with that. That was his first of 4 actions, so he's up to 10 experience. Number 19 clicks us into the orange, so he's got a long ways to go yet. His second action will be shooting at them again. And he gets another 1. So there we go. He's up to 11 experience. He has 2 actions remaining, so yeah, he'll just keep firing with the shotgun. And he gets a 4 and a 2. I think a 4 is a hit for a shotgun. Yeah, 4+. So that was his third action. So it took him 3 shots. I guess he was just picking them off one at a time, which is just fine. And that's going to take him to 12 experience. And he has 1 action remaining. What does he want to do with his final action? I think he'll just... I think he'll move this way. I think, yeah, that'll work. Heading towards the zombies that are there. Alright, we have 3 more of our survivors to go. Alright, let's have Helen go next. She has a free search action. She might as well just search in the room. Maybe find some boards to give her some XP, and she finds a scope. She's got a baseball bat, a machete, and a table leg in her backpack. She will dump the table leg, get rid of it, and then she will put the scope in her backpack. Nothing to attach the scope to. That was her first action. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's going to move up here for her second and third action. And by second and third, I mean her first, second, third, because she had a free search. So 1, 2, and, you know, for 3, is she going to pop out in front of Ben? Yeah, she'll pop right out there for her final action, and you just barely see her up there. All right, that was Helen taking all of her actions. We still have Harry and Tom to go. All right, Harry is itching to use his dual-wielded Smith & Wessons, so he's going to pop out the broken window for 1 action. Of course, he's got 4 actions, so... Oh, this is a fatty, hang on. But he does have a sawed-off shotgun, so... He's going to do, his second action will be swapping one of his pistols out for the sawed-off shotgun. And now he's rolling 2 dice, hitting on a 3+, but he has plenty of bullets, so he doesn't get to re-roll this, but he's looking for a 3+ to just blast this fatty down. Wow, and he doesn't get it. And it costs 1 action to reload the sawed-off shotgun, so he can't even fire it again. So for his final action, he'll just duck back into the house. So he popped out, switched to his shotgun, took a shot of the fatty, and missed. And while we're right here then, up next, we might as well just go ahead and have Tom go. He has an Ithaca shotgun, and I have a funny feeling he's not going to be missing this fatty with that. So we'll put Harry over there. All right, 2 dice, and Tom has plenty of shells. He can re-roll this for his first action. He gets a pair of 3, so he can re-roll because he has plenty of shells. So still his first action. And this time, he makes no mistake. He absolutely blows the fatty away, and he's gone. And that's another 1 experience for Tom. He's up to 9, and he has 3 actions remaining. Yay. So I gotta figure out what I want to do. I just may have him sit there and wait for something to spawn here. Tom does need to take out a relative. So I think, you know what, there's no point him really doing much. He's just going to go ahead and hang out here and just wait for things to spawn. We just need experience points now. That's everybody taking their turns. I think, unless we want to do something with Tom's 3 actions, but you know what, I don't think we're going to bother. I really don't think we're going to bother. All right, we're going to start moving the only 3 zombies left on the board. And we have 3 zombies on the board, and geez, they are all going to pile in with Helen, as Helen's going, pulling on her chainsaw, getting it warmed up. All right, it is now spawn time. That's the only zombies left on the board. So up to the upper right, we are going to start coming out with spawns. Spawn point number 1, Ben is going to turn around. He's seen Helen pop out of the house. And first in the yellow there is going to be 1 breaker. Wow, we know where he's going. And that'll be down fast. All right, a breaker shows up there. Second spawn point at the bottom. All right, we have another spawn point at the bottom. And we are going to be finding 5 walkers. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to start getting some XP piling up. So 5 walkers. That's actually quite a few, but we have Barbara with an Uzi. Unless we get a relative knocking us down to just 3 actions. Anyway, over to our next spawn point. All right, another spawn point at the bottom in the yellow, and we have 5 walkers. You know, this is actually good to get this many walkers out because we need to get everyone in the orange. It's turning into a bit of a turkey shoot, but that's fine. That's what this game's all about, is taking out zombies. So we get 5 of them. There's ghouls, I should say, not zombies. I want to misname them. So there we got 5, and we have a final spawn point at the top of the board next to Helen. All right, Helen's tangling with some ghouls at the moment, but we're going to have something else spawning. Oh, here we go, relatives. 1 relative. Survivors, shift to Romero mode. Yeah, whatever. There we have it. That'll be relatively short-lived. Of course, that's the worst place, although Helen can take these guys out. Now, what happens now is everybody flips to Romero's side, which means everybody loses that +1 action. So just there's that. I'm not going to swap out all the minis, flip all the cards and everything, because when we come back tomorrow, I think our first priority will be just blowing away this relative, and I think that'll be, and everyone will flip back to Zombicide mode. All right, we're going to back out. We're going to wrap up our episode for today. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for today. So where do we sit now? We got Ben at 12. We've got Tom at 9. Judy at 8. Helen at 7. Barbara at 7. And Harry at 7. Everyone needs to get to 19. Everyone's got to take out a relative. Now, we would like Tom or Judy to take out this relative. Of course, it showed up at about the farthest place possible. However, we do have Judy. You know what? Judy could probably do it because she can go 1, 2 moves and then shoot the Uzi at this guy 0 to 1, and then have Helen use the chainsaw. I think that might work. Anyway, thanks so much. Thanks for your comments and your subscriptions, your likes, everything. I appreciate it. Helps out my channel. So hope you're enjoying this. This is Night of the Living Dead. This is scene 5. I've previously done the first 4. And yeah, we'll continue this at some point. I have so many campaigns and series on the go, and that's why I'm trying to do a couple series simultaneously to try and get rid of some of the backlog, which of course the new games keep coming out, so I'll never get caught up. But anyway, I'm having fun doing it. So thanks so much. Hope you'll join me tomorrow for the continuation of Scene 5, Night of the Living Dead.